EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Bengals of Paris. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go. Get all the way. Put some points on the scoreboard.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Bengals at 5-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From midfield now, Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And touchdown! T. Higgins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. Now out of his end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Kene Nwangu will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They'll run on first down. Whitfield. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On first down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now a give, right side. Whitfield. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. This from 36 yards out. Joseph's got it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now a handoff up the middle. Stevens. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to change the play. On 1st down, Stevens. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now they'll change things up.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, and and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Shakes off the sack. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it.